Today, we have more than 200 million people with a genetic disease. The challenge today is that we don't have any cure for this. So CRISPR technology is the first technology we have where we can target any gene in the genome and potentially use that to cure any type of genetic disease we have out there. Today, we will launch the European Genomic Medicine Consortium. We have the validated science. We know it works. We also know we have a lot of patients missing a treatment. So the focus now is to accelerate the movement from the preclinical to the patient.
The consortium is very important because for us to deliver on the potential of CRISPR, it's going to need viewpoints from many different entities, biotech companies, academics, regulatory agencies, contract development, and manufacturing organizations. Together, we'll be able to realize the potential of CRISPR, not just for one child, but for many.
I'm a father of a child with an ultra-rare disease called SPGA50. There's about 100 children in the world with this diagnosis, and here in Denmark, there's 5 children at the moment with the diagnosis. Being in the situation where you have a child with an ultra-rare disease is extremely frustrating because you're absolutely alone. There's no knowledge about the disease. You don't have anyone to help you. You're absolutely alone. I'm here today at the CRISPR conference because I want to share my experience and tell my story. I really hope in the future also the consortium will be a help for other patients, other families, so they will never be in the same situation as we've been in. And I also know there's a lot of families who don't have the resources to do what we've done. So hopefully the consortium will help make everything easier in the future.
I think we've made a lot of progress with rare diseases. There is more public awareness about rare diseases. There are already some treatments approved for rare diseases and for rare muscle diseases, but ultra-rare diseases is a different category. I've talked to investors, I talked to companies, and when you say that the prevalence is maybe 0.3 in a million, you can see that the business model is not made for that. The technology is there, so unless we adopt some kind of mechanism where you can have the same technology, but just changing something that is specific for that mutation, and you can, all can fall within the same regulatory umbrella, is going to be impossible to treat not just each disease, but each mutation.
As a lab that develops gene editing platforms for patients, we experience firsthand how difficult it is to bring these therapies that work in the lab to patients. The field at the moment is very fragmented. We have multiple labs around Europe doing similar things, but in different ways. So the consortium has a very important role in trying to unify the efforts of different labs in Europe to make sure we can bring successful therapies from the bench to the bedside of patients.
Across Europe, we have a very strong scientific experience, but it's very isolated. Everybody is dealing with the same issues: GMP setup, a regulatory strategy, clinical trial design, but they are all doing it in isolation. And that's why this consortium can help out to gather the different hubs and then have the treatment reach the patients faster.
The goal with the consortium is that we will get as many countries included as possible in Europe. And then of course, every year we can see new CRISPR medicine treatments approved and out to the patients here in Europe.